Perry McMahon with UKFightSite.com. Down here at Team Titan with Aaron Gray.
Yep.
Aaron, nice to meet you, mate.
Nice to meet you too.
You're just getting ready to make your pro debut.
Yep.
MTK MMA Probellum.
Yeah.
I think that's the correct name.
Yeah. That's the correct.
Pro debut is going to be against Stelios Theo.
Yep.
Before we get into that, because I see there's a lot going on social media and everything. Your amateur career was you went 4-1.
Yeah, 4-1.
When did you decide it was time to go pro?
Yeah, so basically my last fight was actually cancelled. I was actually scheduled to fight in March against Alex Kukerdal.
Yeah.
And then basically it was a weird thing of me and my coach Marcus, both our opponents didn't turn up.
Yeah.
So it was like the show was a bit weirdly run. That was on Celtic Gladiators. So I was scheduled to fight in March, and obviously no one turned up.
Yeah.
So then we were kind of looking for matchups, and then people were pulling out because a lot of people were just pulling out against me, saying because at the time Brad Pickett was the matchmaker, and then he was saying like, oh, this guy wants to fight you. People would ask for fights, and they'll say, oh, I'll give you Aaron Gray, and then they'll say, oh no, I don't want it. So then we thought, time to turn pro.
Time to go pro.
Yeah.
I was actually on site your first pro fight when you took on your amateur fight when you took on Perry Starbuck. That was quite entertaining though. I remember that.
I forgot about punches in that fight. It was a bit weird. Yeah.
How valuable was the experience that you?
Oh really? Like obviously, like see, like I have two older brothers, so they were after the fight, they're like, oh Aaron, you could have done this, but I was in my head, I was just like, oh whoa, it's the experience of fighting.
Yeah.
And I was more scared because I didn't feel any nervousness at all while I was in there. Yeah. And then I knew my next fight was going to be so easy. It was.
Yeah. Was that on ROC?
Yeah, that was ROC 4. I fought like a Russian guy.
Yeah.
And I just battered him. Yeah, and he hasn't fought since.
He hasn't fought since. No, yeah. I did see that. There was because there's some compilations going around with you throwing some slaps.
Yeah.
How did you get started with mixed martial arts?
Oh, so it was really weird. Basically, one of my friends was just playing the UFC game, and I think at the time, I think Mustafa Alturk.
Yeah.
He was in the UFC, and he was actually there at game promoting the game. And then he told my friend, "Oh, do you want to train some MMA?" So then he invited my friend to do some MMA classes. I think at the time it was in Enfield Island Village. So I started there first. And then I looked for like a proper MMA gym as Mustafa Alturk stopped his classes, and then obviously I came here at Titan.
Was it that's like a very similar story to how Mike Ekendeo got started off, right, with a computer game? That wasn't the friend.
Yeah, no.
I was like, that's going to be a bizarre story.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. So pro debuts all lined up now. It's going to be on MTK MMA Probellum. Yeah. It's going to be streamed on IFL, so it's going to have a big audience.
Yeah.
I was excited just from seeing the fight. I was like, okay, Stelios Theo, Aaron Gray, this is going to be a good fight. These guys are going to bring it. And then I started reading the comments of the social media. I was like, okay, there seems to be a bit of a backstory here. Was there a history with you guys, or is it just off?
Yeah, you know, with Stelios, it's more his history with the gym. I know of Stelios, but he doesn't know of me. Which is why this is I think they made a mistake with this fight. They honestly made a big mistake because Stelios, he's coming off a loss. He's probably trying to get like in kind of an easy fight just to get his confidence back after losing. Mm-hmm. I'm just not the person to do that with.
So you don't think he's even aware of like your history, training with each other in the gym?
As I say, I was about 16, 17. I'm 22 now.
Yeah.
So I was about 16, probably 17 when I was training with Stelios, and I'd sparred him a few times, and I was always like, "Whoa, this guy, he's not really that. He's just a bit average. He's not rubbish, but he's very average."
Because I saw in your interview that you posted up on your Instagram, and you said that it felt like he was trying to knock you out during training.
That was his thing. Like, I don't know, Stelios, like everyone, you can ask anyone in the gym, he would kind of want to pick on the newcomers to the gym. It was very weird. Yeah. Like you get those kind of gym warriors, I like to call them. They have a lot in the gym, but then in the fight they don't really have much, and they do a lot of quitting, tapping. Yeah. Like, falling. When they get one body shot, they'll crumble up.
So you've been researching Stelios's previous fights. How do you think that you match up with him?
this is honestly Stelios. This is honestly the worst. Like, I want to talk to Stelios' management. Don't know what their management is, but it's really bad. You have made a big mistake with this. I'm gonna absolutely destroy Stelios. Probably first round. I'm gonna smash him, but I'm not expecting this to be easy. But he and his management are expecting to win quite easily, which is why it's going to be very bad. And then he has his cheerleader, Jay Nightmare.
Jay Shepherd.
Yeah, Jay Shepherd, yeah. The cheerleader, the one who's just in the back. Stelios. And then Stelios calls himself the Warlord. You're a Warlord that loses every war you get into. That's not a Warlord. Change your nickname.
So I have to catch up with Stelios.
Yeah.
Because I spoke to him recently at a media day we did. And his thought process on his opponents that was going forward was he didn't want to fight any bums. And then when I saw that he was matched up with you, I was like, okay, this is a guy that's standing behind what he's saying. He wants to...
Yeah, well, let me just cut you off there. He says he doesn't want to fight any bums, but he's hiding it behind the guise of, I'm the one making my professional debut. He's had 3 professional fights. He should be fighting someone with at least 2 professional fights. Forget about record.
Yeah.
I have 0 professional fights. This is cherry picking gone wrong.
Oh, you think the
No.
Yeah.
No. He Stelios. He wants to have the appearance of the Warlord. He takes himself way too seriously, like calling himself the Warlord, saying obviously, I want to have the hardest matchup. If you want to have the hardest matchup, why would you fight somebody, a debut person? This is his 4th amateur fight. And he's fighting someone that's debuting. No.
Yeah.
No.
Did you plan on speaking up when this fight was made, or was it all from the comments? I think it was on Instagram,
yeah,
right? It just seemed to go...
No, because I know of Stelios. Like, everyone knows who Stelios is. Like, he gets dropped all the time. Like, he wants, like, with Stelios, he kind of hates hard work. He wants the appearance that he works hard and he's a warlord. But when things get tough, he always quits. Like, I'd be young, I'd be in the corner, sparring would be going, boom, we hear something. Oh, Stelios has been dropped. But Stelios has been dropped. Stelios is just falling all over the place. And we're thinking, wait a second, is Stelios chinny or does he just quit? And I think it's a bit of both. See, he has the worst, what I'd call the worst kind of makeup ever. He has toughness with a bad chin. That's a recipe for disaster, and that's why I'm going to smoke him.
How long did you guys spend training together, do you think? Was it a couple of years or was it quite brief?
Probably like, I'd say probably maybe about a year.
Yeah.
But we didn't, see, he always wanted to work with other people. So when it was sparring, he would come and get the younger guys like me, and he'd want to spar us. But when it was coming to training, I didn't train with him as much, but I know of him.
Yeah. Who you've been working with in the run up to this? Obviously, I know that you work with Dominic quite closely.
Yeah. So obviously, my MMA coach Marcus Paul, really good. Obviously, Dominic Woodin. Got my teammates Dan Collins, who Stelios was meant to actually match up with.
Okay.
Dan Collins, but something, I don't know what happened there. He might have pulled out, but got Pete. Some of the younger guys, Mehmet. Dardan, a lot of guys I work with. These are like unknown people, but they're very good.
One thing I've noticed about your performances that you come forward, you're quite aggressive. We just spoke about it. You're throwing out slaps, you're talking, but when it's time for someone's hands to get raised and the fight's over, you always show respect. Your handshake.
Yeah, I respect people. Listen, whoever steps it, even Stelios, when all things are done, I'll shake in his hand, whatever. I have no problem, because everyone that steps in there deserves respect.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Stelios, you are a bumlord, and you're cheerleader, Jay Nightmare. I think I'm probably going to fight him next.
Jay.
Yeah. If he can come down, if we do maybe a 160 catch weight. If he can come down to lightweight, I'll fight him as well.
Is this from the social media talk? Or is this...
Yeah, because I have a lot of guys just talking. I don't like doing a lot of talking. Like me, the thing about me, if you notice the videos I'm making, I'm saying to Stelios, and whoever's watching, the fans, the media, I'm telling everybody why I'm going to win this fight. He's talking about homosexuality, and like, how, even if I was a gay person, how's that going to make you win?
Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense.
Was that the jump off point?
No, I have no problem.
Yeah.
The whole point was, it was just he was talking a lot for someone who's lost his last fight. So I was very just like, Stelios, why are you talking like this when you've lost your last fight? And that was really pretty much it. So
how, I know you just mentioned fighting Jay. Where does that come from? Is that some of the things he said recently?
Yeah, he you know what it is? I just think once I smoke Stelios, he's gonna probably want it as well, because he's gonna feel like he's probably got good hands. He can probably catch me. Like Stelios, he's sharing videos of me being knocked out, like footage from almost 2 years ago when that fight's actually a no contest, because the round actually went on 23 seconds too long. Yeah, that's a lot of people don't know that. So, but it is what it is. If he thinks he can come in and will kick me, that's good luck. Good luck, Stelios.
I did see that you put Stelios' name in your Death Note book.
Yeah.
And I did see some of the previous posts. I think you're in like these animation sort of shots and stuff. Yeah. Are you a big fan of like anime and manga, things like that?
Yeah, not too much nowadays, but it was like obviously I saw the recent Stylebender fight with the Death Note, and I literally had just the Death Note on the side. I haven't touched it in years, and I thought, oh, this will be funny to put his name in there, give him some bad energy.
Another thing I've noticed that 3 of your amateur fights took place at the Brentwood Centre for RFC.
Yeah, so it's very comfortable.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So you're going to be returning there. Do you feel like you're going to have that sort of advantage there?
I don't like to attach my wins to anything apart from me just training hard. Because when you do that, if I have that mindset, then it's like, oh no, if I fight in somewhere, like Dominic fought in Ireland, if I go to another country to fight, then I think, oh, I'm not in Brentwood. Yeah. So, I mean, maybe like the location, like when I'm weighing in, I'll know where my way around the building. But in terms of the fight, I really don't care. Yeah. I'll be honest with you.
What does the future hold for you?
Just me probably smashing up Stelios and then just building my career basically. Yeah. Just steadily just fighting higher and higher competition. But
sorry, go on.
Yeah, no, that's about it.
Yeah, when you look at like the lightweights in the UK right now, you got Jai Herbert's in Cage Warriors. Yeah. Mason Jones just had a big win. Yeah. Where do you see like your path? Do you feel like, obviously it's quite early, your pro fight's just coming up?
Yeah, literally.
Would you like to go the Cage Warriors route? Obviously you've got teammates in Bellator.
To be honest, I would probably like to build my way around. If the opportunities are right, maybe. But I'd say I'll build myself up a bit more. I don't want to have like 4 fights, then go to Cage Warriors, and then I want to have a solid, probably 9-10-0, and then try get like a Bellator or something else.
Brilliant. Great, thanks for your time, mate. I look forward to the fight.
Yep. And just one more thing, Stelios, you're the bum lord. Your wife is gonna. I hope your wife's cage side when I smoke you. And Jay Nightmare, you can get some smoke as well.